All right, the I can for today is I can read and write numbers from 0 to 10,000 using standard, expanded, and word form. Let's start with example A. So standard form is what you're typically used to seeing with numbers. Let's start with our first example, 3,742. And when we're writing that in word form, and also when you're reading it, I want you to think of the comma as literally the word thousand, right? Because this is the thousands place value. So 3, this is in word form now. 3,000. So 3,000, almost like the comma has the name thousand. 3,742. And then expanded form, what I like to do to make it easier is I like to underline each digit and then write that out one at a time. So the 3 is in the thousands place, so that represents 3,000 plus 700 plus 40 plus 2. So standard form, you could read it 3,742 written out. That comma literally represents the word thousand. And then expanded form, I like to underline digit by digit and write it out. All right, let's look at the next example, example B. So all the examples are going to stay within the thousands range, below 10,000 but above 1,000, because in second grade, this is third grade, in second grade, you learn from 0 to 1,000. So the big jump here is from 0 to 10,000. All right, let's start with again with standard form. And I'm just going to write it before I say it. And that way you can see what I mean when we're reading it with word form. Okay, so 2. This comma in this place value literally means 1,000, 2,000. And there's nothing in the hundreds place, and there is something in the tens place, so it's 2010. Just like the year, 2010. And then expanded form, I'm going to underline digit by digit. So 2, that's a 2,000 plus. There's nothing in the hundreds place, so I don't have to write 0. And in the tens place, there is something. So 2,000 plus 10. That's the expanded form. Last example here. Again, I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to write it first, and then I will read it. Okay, so in standard form, that's how it looks like. In word form, it's 5, the number 5. I know this blue comma here represents the word thousand, 5,000. 900. 9. And then in expanded form, I'm going to underline each digit as I write it out. That 5 represents 5,000. This 9 represents 900. There's no value in the tens place, so I don't have to write that out, but there is in the ones place. All right, so the I can is I can read and write numbers from 0 to 10,000 using standard, expanded, and word form. So just remember, in third grade, when you have that comma right there in that spot, it literally represents the word thousand when you're reading it. Also, one thing, if you notice, there is no ands. So it's easier to say 3,742, but technically you should really just say 3,742. There are no ands. We'll add on ands in 4th and 5th grade when we get to decimals, but don't add in any extra ands there. That's it.